Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I am here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I am so happy you're here. I want to take the opportunity to greet you to Home Care Queen TV slash in my Mercedes world. I am Mercedes. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I'm the owner and host of this channel. And let me quickly say that this channel, this platform, is a safe space for everyone. Safe space to voice your opinion, safe space to share, but it's also a space that does not tolerate disrespect. And I'm asking everyone to respect each other's opinion. If you have a difference of thought with the opinion, speak on the opinion and do not attack the person. Now that we have got that housekeeping out the way, I am so happy to see you guys. Akeem, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to see you. So happy you're here. Go ahead and share out for me, guys. Share out for me. It's been a while. It's Saturday night. I hope your weekend so far has been going well. I slept all day today. I did not go to church today. I watched a few church services and then I slept all day today. Sometimes we just need to pull away and to just regroup and refresh. So that was my thing today. And yes, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist who is also a child of the Most High God. And I take my relationship with God seriously. So, yes, that's who I am. And as I said before, I'm also a host and owner of this channel. Now, you see the topic. I'm going to wait a while to go into it. However, share your opinion on it. I'd like to say a special, special, special welcome. A matter of fact, I had this on for members only for a good half an hour, and no one came in, no members came in. I realize it's Saturday night in some countries, it's already Sunday, so I decided to just share it publicly with everyone so we can, as the topic says, we can have a drink. This is coconut water, my favorite, favorite, favorite drink. We can have a drink while we dig into this topic. Someone asked me that. And you know, when certain issues come to my space, I always love to bring it over here. So someone asked me that. Can we be totally, totally satisfied with our life, all aspect of our life? And we'll name the different aspects of our life and we'll dig into it and see, can we truly be happy? Can we authentically happy, not just existing, but living our truth, living our purpose, living intentionally, and be happy with the way or how life is life in. And that's a big bite because life is life in. Life is really life in. So can we be truly contented or satisfied with our life? So let's talk about it. Akeem says life is a test. I don't know if you're still here, Asim. I don't know if you're still here, but I'd like you to explain, as I asked you to before, explain that to me. What do you mean by life is a test? Explain that to me. So guys, while you're answering the questions, come on in. I know you're watching. I appreciate the fact that you're here. I'm going to ask you to thumbs up for me. You don't have to come in the chat if you don't want to. It's fun in the chat, but if you don't choose to, go ahead and still tap on your phone and like on your computer. Do the thumbs up on your computer. Appreciate you guys being here. And also, got to say it, guys, the super chat is there because it's a necessary stairs for us to climb every time we are on. Okay, so thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. We're going to dig into this thing tonight. Can we truly be satisfied slash happy with our lives? Can we do that? Or are we? Are we truly satisfied with the way our life is? And if we are not, what are some of the challenges that creates us not to find that balance and that peace that we call satisfaction? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Helen, all you guys, share out for me. Share out for me. Share out. Share out the live for me, guys. I'm trying to do it here myself. Share out for me, guys. Trying to do it here myself. So we have the topic. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate Sleepy Noodles. How are you? How are you noodling? How are you noodling? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's been a while. How are you doing? How are the noodles? I am so happy to hear that. So happy to hear that you're doing good. And I'm even more happy to see you here. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, so happy that you could take time out of your night to join me. Did you see the topic for tonight? You're just scrolling. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate that. Share out for me if you're a platform over. If you're a platform owner, share out for me. If you're not, still share to your friends and says, "Hey, I came up on this crazy channel. Come join me over here." And if you don't know, you just tap on your phone and that's liking the channel. You tap on your phone. If you're on the computer, you just click on the thumbs up. Notice if you're not a subscriber, which I think you already are, I'm not sure. I know I've seen you here before. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe because you never know. Yes, I know, I thought you were. Yes. So happy to have you. Are you a channel member, Noodles? Are you a channel member? Because I had this live on members only before, but no one came on because I realized it's Saturday night, and everybody's doing them. So I decided to just, instead of logging off, I decided to switch it to public. But if you're not a channel member, go ahead, click on the dollar sign, and it will show you how to do that. Okay? Because I wanted to do this talk as a members only talk, but it didn't work out. But I'm happy to share with everyone. I'm happy that you join me, and let's dig into this. Let's dig into this. Can we truly be satisfied with our life, or are we satisfied? Are we at peace with where our life is right now? Are you happy? All those adjectives that comes with it. Can you find, in the midst of all the turmoil that is going on, can you find peace? Explain to me, Sue. Explain when you said yes. How, what is it that you find peace in? Because we have the physical, the financial, the spiritual, the sexual, and the mental. Are we totally satisfied with those aspects of our lives? And if we have not gone to all of those aspects, what are the ones that you're satisfied with, and what are the areas you're working on? Because someone asked me, and that's why I decided to do it tonight. Can we truly be satisfied with all areas of our life? Akeem says life is a test. So are you passing the test? Are you passing the test of life and then it brings you peace? Okay. And that's enough for your noodles. Do, princess. How are you? So happy to see you. So happy to see you. So happy you're on. Happy to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. So happy to see you. It's been a while. I know it's late in some areas. Some areas is what, 10, 11 o'clock. I apologize, but it's pretty early here. Pretty early. You're okay. Happy to know that you're doing okay too. Happy to know that you're doing okay. Go ahead, everybody. Greet each other. Greet each other. There are some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful folks on this platform, guys. Oh, 8 p.m. there. Oh, good. It's 8 here too. So too, I don't remember where you are. Are you California or Texas? I don't remember where you are. You tell me every time. Forgive me. Blame it on my head and not my heart, okay? It's 8 o'clock here too, so it's not that bad. Tube, share out for me because we have an in Vegas. I should have known. How are you, Tube? How's your daughter? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. So, Tube, you see the. Hope everybody has a drink. I have my favorite drink, coconut water. And yes, I drink my coconut water in a martini glass. I drink it it just makes it feel taste better. I drink it in a wine glass. It just makes it taste better. Put it up a notch. So you see the topic, true tube. Can we be truly happy? Or can we be truly satisfied with all aspect of our life? Are you truly satisfied with all aspect of your life? And if there are aspects of your life that you're still struggling with, name the ones that you're satisfied with and how you came about with finding that peace, and then name the ones that you're still working on. So that's the topic for tonight. Because someone asked me that question this week. Can you be truly happy with your life? So I decided to bring it on to my group and hear what you guys are saying to see if you agree with me and see where people are. And also it gets us to think. Some people say I've never really sat and think about it. I just, do my life. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Tap, tap, tap on your phone for me. If you're on computer, just go ahead and click the thumbs up button for me. Really, really appreciate it. And also, guys, the super chat. Super chat is so important right now. YouTube has made this a really, really, really important goal for us. So tap up the super chat, become a member, and have fun with us on this channel. So go ahead again. The question is, can we be truly satisfied in all aspects of our life? Let me hear. Let me hear your take on it. Let's have some fun with this. Someone earlier said that laying in bed in the dark gives him enough or her enough satisfaction because of the name. Sometimes I don't know what gender it is. So the individual says just relaxing in the dark brings satisfaction and peace. Another person say for them life is a test. He has not explained whether he's passing the test or not, but it's not about wrong or right here. It's about hearing opinions. Okay, so let's continue. So, Tube, how have you been doing while you're thinking about that? How have you been doing? So, I guess first we have to decide what satisfaction is for us. What satisfaction is for us. I guess that's the first thing we have to decide. What is satisfaction? Is there a tier to satisfaction? Is there a tier that if I don't get to this place, I'm not satisfied? And the way things are going now, re-looking at how we do life is so important. Oh, you're doing okay. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you for the love tube. You're doing okay. Things could be better, but you're thankful for life. Of course. So that's what we're talking about. Accepting where we are, working on our challenges, and finding peace among the storm. Finding peace among the storm. Because if there's ever a time we have to truly, I talk about this a lot, we have to truly be authentic about our mental health, is now. Is now. The last time I was on, we were talking about worthiness and acceptance. And oh, your laptop and your eyeglasses broke. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just come up for air and do one at I guess the eyeglasses will be the easiest one to replace, right, Tube? And then we work on replacing the laptop. Isn't that life, though? Isn't that life? We have to deal with the struggles that comes to us. We have to take them in bite sizes, small pieces. But your wonderful grandson, I tell you, they can. I don't have grandchildren, but I have grandnieces and nephews, so I can imagine. Oh, the angel in your life. How is he? I remember the challenges you had with him. I remember the challenges you had with him. How is he doing? How is your daughter doing? I hope things have calmed down for you. Hope things have calmed down for you. I'm so happy to see you and to know that you're doing well. So happy to see you and to know that you're doing well. Oh, that's great. That's great. Happy to hear. Happy to hear. Happy to hear. How is work? How is life? How is things? Are you satisfied where things is? Is there such a thing anymore as satisfied? It's an individual thing, isn't it? It's an individual thing. There's fantasy, then there's satisfaction, then there's real life. Some fantasies where that's just what they are, fantasies. We don't have to live them out. And others we have to. Oh, great. Happy to hear. Happy to hear too. Happy to hear. So, honestly, I'm genuinely happy to see you. Genuinely happy to see you and to know that you're doing well. Genuinely happy to see you and to know that you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in. So, with life being so difficult, finding peace and satisfaction is subjective to each person. Because what might make me get to a place of satisfaction and peacefulness, maybe you're still trying. But we have to continue to encourage each other. Because, there 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 a book that I read years ago and it has not left me. Tough times never last. Schuler wrote it. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And sometimes I wonder if that is true anymore. Sometimes I wonder if that is true anymore. That tough times won't last. But I know that if you believe in a higher force and you have the right support system around you, that you can overcome any wind that come our way. Can't we? We can overcome any wind that come our way. We can still strive for peace and strive for joy because that's all that matters in the end. That's all that matters in the end. You know, my girlfriend said she has three way of looking at money. Or maybe it's four and I forget one. She says she has three way of looking at money. We were talking about satisfaction. We were talking about the things that bring satisfaction in tough times. And the things that brings peace in tough times is that you have something to draw on. You've been through it and you've come through it. So now you have something to draw on. And the question was asked, what if there's not, if somebody doesn't have anything to draw on? I believe that everybody has had a mess in their life. If you haven't had a mess in your life, then how are you surviving? Because from the mess come the message. From the pain come the praise. Right? So because I'm wearing a big pocketbook and you're wearing a purse, doesn't mean it doesn't have value. Doesn't mean it doesn't hold the key and the money. It's just the size of it, but it does the same thing, doesn't it? So then I know what drove me to work on finding peace and work on being authentic is my pain and my disappointments and the betrayals that I've been through, that the family and friends that came alongside me that meant me well, that pulled me through it. But my friend was saying that one of the things in her life that she knows makes her life, enhances her life, brings her a smile. She says, money, you work it, you save some, you give some, you spend some, and you praise for all of it. And I'm like, whoa. She said, yes, you have to praise God for giving it to you and praise Him for the ability to help someone. Praise Him for the ability to save some. But she says, if you try to save the whole pie, you won't find much joy in it. She says, it looks like joy, but you won't because you live worrying about it. She said, and I tell you, that is so true. The more I give, and giving doesn't necessarily mean just money, your time, your smile, assisting someone who you see and you know that this person needs help and you help them in whatever way you can. That's a part of her joy package. She says save some, spend some, and give away some. And we're not, for those of us who believe in offering and tithing, we're not talking about just that. We're talking about someone in need. We go to the supermarket and someone is short with their change. When you give them, it brings such a peace. Because when we look outside of ourselves and look at someone else, it makes it easier for us to cope. Because when you're just sheltered and you're not sharing and you're just holding it in, you can't heal. You can't heal. So then satisfaction and joy comes from healing, right? Satisfaction and joy comes from caring, right? But the biggest thing is it comes from learning. Learning from our pain, learning from our disappointments. And sometimes there's that one thing that if you keep focusing on it, you'll never move forward. Or that one person, if you keep listening to them, you'll never move forward. Have you been around people that everything they do, they say, I'm sorry? Everything they do, they say, I'm sorry. How can you live just being sorry? Sometimes the things that we say we are sorry about is to appease someone else. It's to appease someone else. If I walk into a room and I'm late, I'm not going to go to the front of the room. I'm just going to grab a seat at the back. I'm late, but I'm here. I'm here. So I'm not going to disturb the whole group and go all the way to the front. I think this is most common in church. Have you ever been in church and some people come in late? And there's still seats in the back, you know? And they walk all the way up to the front like they're Vogue model. Who are we trying to know? Who is more important? And I'm hoping that all of us, and if we have not, do it. Take an inventory of the things you do and the way you behave, and see which areas makes you the most unhappiest. For me, and I didn't realize it until a couple of years ago, it was constantly trying to be what everyone wants me to be, until I lost myself in anger because I didn't know who I was anymore. So satisfying with, well, I don't care what car you drive, I don't care what you do, I don't know how you do it, but I know how I did it. So I am satisfied where I am, but that takes maturity, it takes growth, it takes disappointment, it takes pain, and it takes a realization that, listen, if things are always going this way, then I need to look at what I'm doing, why I cannot find any peace in my life. But we're so quick to blame the husband and the boyfriend and the neighbor and the chicken. We're so quick to blame. And you know, I always say that when I talk, I'm not speaking from inexperience. I'm speaking from a place that I was. So satisfaction, we have to first understand, what does it take for us to be satisfied? What does it take? What brings us joy? To drop in here, what brings you joy? Don't think about it. Just whatever comes to your mind, drop it in here. Those of us who are still here, whatever comes, what brings you joy, drop it in there. Drop it in the chat. Let's help each other. Because I don't know how I got on YouTube, but I'm so glad I did. As I said before, for those of you who have been following me, it was a friend of mine who brought the idea to me. She brought the idea to me, and I don't know how it came to this, but I'm grateful, because here's what it has done for me. The monetization is wonderful. I work hard, and there are those of you who work hard with me to get me here. But can I tell you something? It was cathartic for me. It has been an eye-opener for me. I have grown emotionally. I have grown as an individual. I have grown as a child of God. Yes. I've grown as a child of God. Yes. Because some of the things that happens on these YouTube streets, I had to live on my knee not to get involved in it. and to hold my ground, comes what may, though the heavens fall. Hold my ground. You know, there are those of us, those who find satisfaction in a bottle, who find satisfaction in pills, who find satisfaction in sex, who find their joy in all of it. But is it working for you? Is it working for you? Is it helping someone else? Is you being satisfied with where you are in your life? In different areas, is it making somebody else's life better? Because true satisfaction comes from the ability to look at myself, take an inventory, clean out my refrigerator, take out all the expired foods, and refresh it with new healthy behaviors. New healthy behaviors. So if this was an issue for me, I'm going to work on it on my knees with friends, with family that cares, and I'm going to be intentional about changing it. And let me hasten to say, sometimes the places where God is taking us, sometimes the places or the favor that God have on us, you have to walk away from some people. You have to walk away from some people because you no longer fit in that conversation. You no longer fit in that laughter. Then the other question is, and this is the one that is the most asked, can an individual be truly sexually satisfied? Again, that's an individual question. That's a question that you should have asked yourself. That's a question that makes you say no to certain requests. Because as I said before, some fantasies are exactly what they are. They're just fantasies. They're not supposed to be lived. They're not supposed to be lived. They're not supposed. Some requests are disrespectful. And as women, even men, we need to know what we stand for. We need to know what we stand for. We need to stand in what we stand for. Because I was listening to a YouTube conversation. And there was this lady, a young girl too. She was broken because of the request that is being made of her. She said it's her husband. Now, ladies and gentlemen, especially those who are not married, and even if you're older, you got to speak up now. When you start to date someone, stop talking about, do you love vanilla ice cream? What brand do you like in shoes? Start to ask about what brand of sexual desires they have. Start to ask those questions. So when you get married, you don't have to call in on a YouTube channel to discuss it because you can't live with it. talk about, especially in Christendom. I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know what's wrong with us. If you want to get married, if you want to get married, and I think it's every woman's desire, young or old or in between, then how could you date and don't talk about your sexual preference? When I say preference, guys, I mean what, you know? How could you not talk about your desires, your fantasies? This is not 1914. This is 2025 with a lion's head in it. This is no time to play holy quietus to get a man or a woman, because it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. He's nice now. She's nice now. Until the rubber hit the road and you are now wife. So stop using God and talk about, oh, because I'm a Christian, I just assume that this person wouldn't behave like this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop blaming, between blaming God and Satan. We make our decision, then we blame Satan. Then we don't want to deal with life. We blame God. He said we must be wise. He said we must be smart. He said we must be a light. What more you want? What more you want if you're going into a relationship? And especially if the person has dated before, you have to ask questions. But a lot of individuals, they just want the beautiful reception and the beautiful gown and the $7,000, whatever. Speak on your desires. Speak on your needs. Speak on your wants. If you love your tea cold, when you're dating, don't take it hot. Don't take it hot. If you're a morning person and the person is and these are questions that are being shared and asked after the fact, after you have married. That's when you're coming to ask. And when you're dating and nobody can talk to you because I don't discuss those things. Those days are over. Those days are over. If you're a talker and the person is not a social butterfly, can you deal with that? If you're a social butterfly, you're outgoing, can you deal with the person being beside you and have nothing to say in a social environment? If you want children 3 years after marriage, he wants it 3 hours after the honeymoon. These are things we talk about so we don't have to give ourselves unnecessary pain. Unnecessary pain. Because I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If it's sex while you get married, don't do it. It's the first thing that goes. Ask anybody. Is two things brings the quickest disappointment. To ask any marriage therapist, ask any pastor, ask anybody. The two things that can break down a marriage in 24 hours, money and sex. Money and sex. So why aren't those the most important things to talk about when you're dating? Talking about sex don't make you have sex, you know. You have sex because you want to, not because you're talking about it. because you want to. But these are things that we especially in Christendom, we use it as an excuse. Oh, he's a Christian and I'm a Christian, so I don't think this would be an issue. Lies you tell yourself and then you tell the public when you're hurting. Lies you tell yourself and then you have to bring it to you too when you're hurting. Or you bring it to the women's group or the men's group or whatever group you have, the social group, when you're hurting. When these could have been things. Biological clock should not be a reason to get married. It should not be. And let's talk about let's talk about the one. Green card should not be a reason to get married. It should not be. And then somebody says, okay, so if sex is not the reason to get married, money is not the reason to get married. What is the reason to get married? That you want a companion. You want a companion. You want a companion. You want somebody that comes in and appreciates you. You come in and it's nice to have someone. You want someone that when the tides get rough, they're there. You know, there used to be a time when men used to talk about, and when I was young, I couldn't figure it out. When I was young, I could not figure it out, but I figured it out. Everything we have this menopausal train that runs wild. Yes, our body changes. Yes, it does. Yes, we go through psychological changes. Yes, it does. But it doesn't last for the rest of our life. It's a season. It doesn't diminish us from being a woman just the way if you have prostate problem, it don't diminish you from being a man. When you have a companion and those life issues come into effect, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because I married this person because I love them. I want them around. I like them. So whenever they're going through their changes, I'm there. Whenever he's going through his changes, I'm there. But if it's a thing why you get married, I was looking at one church. This is a church that I'm very familiar with. Not my religion, a different religion. Very familiar with that religion. And I was looking at their church service and I said to myself, every person that I know growing up is married now in their 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, 30s. Everybody's married. It's a good thing. However, sometimes it make you go, Sometimes it make you go, Because they're married and they're calling each other sister and brother. One sit over there and one sit over here. So why you married then if you didn't want to be in the person's company? So satisfaction comes from us being honest with ourselves. Us being honest with ourselves. You know, when I was growing up, one of the things that I loved, I in my friend group, one of my friend was getting married, and the conversation after young people's meeting, boy, we used to young people meet in our churches where the young people, the evening program is geared towards young people discussing their feelings and their adoration for God and for each other, and learning from each other. And one of the things that I used to admire when I was in New York is that when this one young man, I remember him until now, he's a congressman. I remember when I found out he was engaged and I had the opportunity to speak with his then fiancée, who is now his wife. I think they had almost 15 or more years. He said, I will live in a cardboard box with her while building. You don't hear those things no more. Everybody want a man to come with the house on his head, the bank account on one shoulder, and the Mercedes Benz on the other, and then the back is breaking with a six-figure jobs. So, for the person who said that it's hard to find satisfaction in life because life is hard. Life is hard. But life being hard should not be a burden because we have learned to save, to build. You know, can't get steak today and I have some rice and some beans. I say it all the time. It's still food. So for the person it's saying it's hard to find satisfaction in your life, revisit that conversation with yourself. Revisit that conversation with yourself. Look at all the aspects of your life, where you were, the stairs you had to climb to get where you are, and then look at how you are now and tell me if it doesn't bring you some joy that, wow, I raised 3 children on my own. After married for umpteen years, I got a divorce. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to do the things I need to do. And I'm still able to put away a penny and help someone if they need it. Sometimes that's all it takes is for us to just look where we're coming from. Because if I can tell you where I'm coming from, I can tell you what God has done for me. It's not just where I am, it's where I'm coming from. And if we look at life like that, I think we'll be able to cope. Our anxiety level will be able to go down because life is lifing. So if the person who is on here, if the person who asked the question is on here, I said I would answer it. Satisfaction comes from self-acceptance. Satisfaction comes from accepting where you are. Satisfaction comes from sacrificing. Satisfaction comes from searching me, finding out what caused this behavior. Why do I attract this type of person? And once we start to do the work, it feels better before you finish. It feels better before you finish. Mental satisfaction. Say no when you have to. Say no when you have to. You can't be yes to everyone because that's when you get burnt out. There's some things you have to say no to, especially those of us that are in church. There's some things we have to say no to. On the job, there's some overtime we have to give up. There's some overtime we have to give up. Spending time alone. Finding out who we are. Spending time on our knees. It's not a one-stop shop to find satisfaction. It's an intentional journey. You have to first ask yourself why. Why, when I'm with this group or that person, I become so angry? and work on it. And if you can't do it by yourself, seek professional help. There's nothing wrong with it. Crazy people don't go to doctors. They don't. They don't. They don't. So going to the doctor doesn't make you crazy. It doesn't. What it says is that I'm intentional about being my best, the best person God wants me to be. And this behavior is, I don't like it. Especially if someone brings it to your attention. Financial satisfaction, budgeting, planning, not living above your means. So we have mental, seeking out what makes us behave the way we do, finding support from that one person, or seeking professional help. Financial, living within our means, budgeting. If we're married, come together as one, put all the money together. Because 2 pennies can do more than one. Sexual satisfaction, again, speak of your needs. If you didn't do it when you're dating, take the person out for a walk, take them somewhere apart from the house and say, listen, I should have shared this with you. I don't like this. I love that. And if the person cares about you, they will help you to find a balance. Social satisfaction, finding that person or those persons that when you're around them, they can lift you up. When they're around you, you lift them up. It's a reciprocal thing. Somebody that doesn't drain you. Somebody that doesn't push you down so they can look higher. I hope this has helped. Thank you for coming. This is Home Care Queen TV in my Mercedes world. Thanks to my members. Thanks to my super chatters. Thank you to my viewers, my subscribers. I am eternally grateful to you for your support. And as YouTube makes it more challenging for us, thank you for taking all the steps with me. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I've opened an avenue for thought. I hope that if the person is on here that asks me these questions, I hope that not only did I answer you in private, but I hope I probably shed a little more light on it. And for those who are listening for the first time, I'm so happy you're here. Come back again. You're here. You never know what you might find. Welcome. Peruse the channel. Take care of yourself. Good night.